Hi, I'm Cash with CashedOutCars, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick review on these Sparco Sprint V seats. Let's get to it. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is some basic specs on this seat. And like I said before, it is the Sparco Sprint V race seat, and the price that you should expect to be paying on this seat is under $400 because it has an MSRP of $400. But if you look around, you could get them as low as really like $200 when I bought them, but the prices are a little bit higher now. Things you should keep in mind is this is an entry-level seat with a steel tube frame construction, which is on the heavier side, around 24.8 pounds per seat, but they're not super heavy seats and they are very nice. They do have harness holes, so if you want to run a 5-point harness, you could, like I have installed in mine now, but that's not going to stay for much longer, but it is an option to have. The seat's available in blue, red, or black, and you also could get a vinyl version if you don't like this cloth. And finally, you could solid mount the seat, or you could mount it on sliders like what I did. So now that I've gone over some basic general information about the seat, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about my impressions of the seat. And the first thing that you notice when you buy the seat and sit in it is it definitely is geared for smaller people. I'm about 5'8" and 130 pounds, and I fit in the seat pretty well. One concern with the seat is the harness holes are a little bit high for shorter people, so if you're lower in the car, the harnesses definitely are coming at a downward angle, whereas you really want them kind of parallel to your shoulders. So that's something to keep in mind. But since it is a smaller seat, it's great for cars like the Miata, like I have mine in. And really, if you're a smaller guy, it's a pretty good seat for you. And some concerns that I have about the seat, in addition to being too low for the harness holes, is that there's not really a lot of lower back support, and there's really a pretty sharp angle that the back forms with the floor of the seat. And that could be fixed by putting a foam block or something to support your lower back. But really there's not too much support stock with the seat. Some other concerns that I have with the seat is the cloth does feel pretty thin. I haven't had any trouble with the seat ripping, but it feels like it could easily rip if you're not careful. So you definitely want to take care while you're sitting in the seats and not wear anything sharp because you'll probably go right through the cloth. In terms of actually driving feel and how the seat holds you in, it does hold you in very well. I've autocrossed this car with these seats in, and between the seats and the 5-point harness, you're really not moving in the car. So that's great. That's what you want out of a bucket style seat like this. And it does have good shoulder support. My shoulders are kind of wide, and I'm really on the edge of how wide the seat could accommodate. And like I said before, I'm not a huge guy. So if you do have wide shoulders, I would recommend sitting in the seat before you buy it. In terms of hip support, there is a decent amount. I have a little bit of room to slide around, but like I said, it does really hold you in well. A few additional potential downsides with the seat is that, like I said before, it's really not the lightest seat because it is a steel tube frame construction, and there are lighter seats out there if you're trying to save weight in every part of the car. And another problem that I had that could have been a strange fluke with the seats that I have is the mounting holes on the bottom weren't perfectly square, which meant that it was difficult to mount because you expect it to be square when you're mounting the seat. So those were two small downsides that I noticed about the seat, but otherwise I would say it's a really great seat and it holds you in well. So guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about these seats. If you're looking for a small, inexpensive, entry-level racing seat, I would say they're a pretty good bet, and they're pretty comfortable if you're a smaller guy. And if you're interested to where you could buy these seats, check out the link down in the description below, which will bring you straight to Amazon where you could buy these seats. And it's probably not the cheapest place to buy them, but it will be the exact seats, and you could look around from there to find other places. But yeah, just thank you so much for watching. If you have any further questions or comments, please leave them below and subscribe for more.